New evidence was shared inside Lil Durk's court hearing today by the prosecutors. Evidence so concerning it would be announced. With Lil Durk indicted on federal charges for the passing of Lil Pab, lawyers expect him to create a plea deal for a lesser sentence. Taking federal cases to trial only works out 1% of the time, with the feds having a 99% conviction rate. Lawyers have noted that Durk could be forced to snitch in a plea deal or never see the light of day again, because the feds have already added more charges to his case. Not only was he facing the federal M for hire charge, but now they've added 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of use of interstate facilities to commit M for hire resulting in a passing, 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine, and 1 count of possession of firearms in furtherance of a crime resulting in a passing. To make things even worse, the judge allows Durk's lyrics to be used against him. One line in particular is, "Look on the news and see your son screaming no no." This is a terrible look for Durk, as the line pokes fun at Quando's reaction to the hit.
This man, a passenger in that car.
They even introduced these lyrics of Durk allegedly planning the hit, as he raps, "Told me they got an Addy, they got the location, go." This relates to how loyal Brick Baby is to Durk, as it was reported that Brick Baby said he would give out Quando's location if Durk ever asked.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been if he even asked anybody, if this is even true.
The biggest snitch in this case might be Durk himself, because it's coming out that Durk wasn't capping about any of his lyrics, and they're extremely incriminating. Once Charleston White found out about the arrest, he called it a win for the community.
I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. 12th round knockout, because it looked like they had got away and they get to ride off into the sunset. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it. This is a real victory.
However, a large part of this case will be based on the information they got from OTF Jam's wire he was wearing, and the information the feds got off tapping into Durk and OTF's communications. We already saw the report. Federal investigators obtained iCloud records of Lil Durk advising an associate in his hit plot saying, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." Despite telling him not to, the associate booked the flights using a credit card linked directly to Lil Durk. To further prove their case and tie Durk to the men who did the crime, they found an old video of Vaughn with the suspects, making it clear they're tied in with OTF and Durk.
The solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there. What up, bro? Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
However, a brand new update came out in the case that may add more charges to Durk's case, because OTF members are trying to get Jam after snitching on their leader Lil Durk. We saw Durk speak publicly for the first time since his arrest on a phone call featured in Hypno Carlito's song Free Smirk. The only problem with this is only a couple of days since it was released. Members of OTF tracked down Jam, reporting OTF Jam was found by OTF members. Sources claim Jam had consequences dealt to him for snitching on Lil Durk, with even a photo come out from the scene where Jam was staying. What set off OTF members was that they saw an old Instagram video of Durk and Jam together, and in the current day, it looks like he was wearing a wire, as he was constantly touching his jacket.
I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh, my. Oh, dang. Like back in the day. Oh, look, he took out.
Check on your man, I heard you got his head.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, when I was growing up, I
don't have a dare. Architect.
Having who? I'm having a dare. School's out of town.
All that woofing on the net, it got your man.
Metro! Metro!
But the saddest thing of all is that Durk only wanted the best for Jam once he was released from his 12-year prison bid. He gave Jam a free $50,000 in cash.
You know what's his name, but steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
Get in the milk, so they want me to trick him, bro.
See that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, goof.
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did all?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah. That's your latest bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
After doing his time and never snitching on the team, he became one of the most trusted members of the group, and no one thought he would switch sides with the feds. But the only reason he did is because he violated his parole and was caught in possession of a firearm, which would have landed him right back in prison. Instead of doing more time after just getting out of a 12-year sentence, he decided he would inform on the group. But what makes it even worse is that the 50 grand isn't the only gift Durk gave him. Apparently, for most of his sentence, Durk was paying for protection for Jam. And when he got out, a car and a crib were waiting for him.
Yeah, because you just came home not too long ago, like when you come home.
So I've been home a little bit over a year.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit over a year.
Yeah.
12 years flat.
12 years.
Like 12 years. Did my time. Ain't told on nobody.
Right.
Ain't no on my name.
Like, how did you even get linked in with just OTF period?
Yeah. This ain't no people I met. Nah, I knew them. Like I'm saying, this was before jail. I know.
Yeah, because he's super solid, but like he's like a, you know what I'm saying? He said Jam get out that jam and give him 50. He ain't gotta ask again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta ask. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Baby was disgusted and shared, "This can't be true, man. Free the boy, Durk. These streets are evil. Y'all own brother will turn his back on you." Despite the case looking down for Durk, Kodak Black's attorney, Bradford Cohen, shared he thinks Durk can beat the case. As he said, "I'm hesitant to say they have a slam dunk case on Durk Banks. I think they have a long way to go to prove the conspiracy against him."
When it comes to Durk Banks, you know, so far I've seen one text that says, "Don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking." Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, you know, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial. But like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. Because he could be blaming, you know, Grant or one of these other guys and saying like, hey, these guys are going to do some crazy stuff. And he's like, hey, listen, make sure it doesn't associate with me at all. You can look at that a million different ways. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, you know, a slam dunk case on Durk Banks.
Because remember, the feds need to prove Durk's guilt for the charges, and Kodak's lawyer shared when he thinks Durk can be released if no one else snitches on him.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever, you know, didn't actually kill the guy, you know, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, you know, they're going to have forensics. Yeah. So they'll take whoever is the least culpable, and I think that they'll approach him and make a deal with him that'll be the most attractive. And if that guy doesn't make a deal, they'll move on to the next guy. So usually that's what happens, right? You go for the lowest hanging fruit first, the guy that you think will flip, the guy that didn't really have that much involvement. And I think what also is interesting with the indictment is it wasn't just money. They're like, oh, it could have been money or it could have been career advancement.
However, we'd hear the feds bring up rapper Brick Baby again. He could become a witness in the case with how much he's tied into Lil Durk, because Brick Baby knew Durk was tied to the Lil Pab hit after he said in an interview, "You can't say Durk never slid for King Von anymore because they got Lil Pab." With Durk being arrested a few months after the interview, he reacted to the clip and realized he messed up by bringing federal attention to Durk's name.
This is just it. 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk OTF accused of being hired to unalive Quando Rondo in the LA incidents where Lil Pab was unalive. Suspects face the penalty if convicted. He said indictment alleged that flights and rental cars were paid with credit cards linked to OTF.
But was this an attempted hit? Or
Well, they can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
Why? Oh yeah, because of
your face.
Wait, no. Like he died.
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pab.
So this is about the.
Oh.
What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
Not to mention, with Durk being a famous rapper, the prosecutors have already begun saying how he's a risk to the community if he gets let out. This means the only way Durk will be released is if he's found innocent, or if he gets a good plea deal. Because it's similar to how Boozy spoke about YNW Melly's case. They continue to find ways to keep you in lockup.
When they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
However, the feds updated their evidence file for the Lil Pab hit because they've studied it for some time, and it's clear the one focus on it was for OTF to get their revenge for Von's passing. They've even documented how Quando dissed Von after he passed and escalated the beef. As he rapped, "Man ran up on me, then we sprayed him. I'm talking lights out. We do the dash in that Durango. Jumped out with that pipe out, so tell him to pipe down." As the feds believe this is when he went into planning the Lil Pab hit, and he dropped lyrics letting them know he was going after them. Because Durk rapped, "They like Durk. He a singer. He won't do something. You can believe whatever you want. I got your folks hit." With Durk sticking true to the lyrics, the hit was reported not long after.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
Which only made Quando angrier, rapping, "My favorite op gone. His sister talks too much. No, I don't like her. Lul Tim, he rolled her brother up, got stepped on in some Nike kicks." And this is when the court-documented lyrics came into play when he rapped, "Look on the news and see your son screaming, no, no."
This man, a passenger in that car,